right, you know what to do that's going to move you towards your goal, but you just can't seem to get that shit done. Now, you've probably read the deep work, the productivity books, and in all honesty, they're fucking boring. They're not very actionable. And these are the best ways that I've found to actually stay productive. You can do these. These are just like no bullshit sort of stuff that you can actually do right now to get shit done. All right. Now, I've tried all the other productivity stuff like the special notebooks and all that shit, but nothing works as well as these 9 ways. Use them all, use a few of them, whatever you want. Use none of them if you want to be lazy. I don't care. Um, so, yeah, productivity is never an accident. It's always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. Effort. So we're never just productive people. Just like I can't think of an example. Just naturally, we're never naturally productive. We always have to work on this. Okay. Now, there might be adults who are might seem naturally productive, but they might have built up habits and focus throughout the years. So if you're wanting to become productive, it's not just a case of saying, "Oh well, I can't really focus," so well. So there are these ways that you can actually do to commit to excellence, plan and focus that effort to what you're working on. This is one that I do every day. No food until you've done a task. All right. Stop rewarding yourself with food when you haven't earned it. Okay. Every meal that you have needs to be preceded with a task. So if you're thinking, right, it's 12 o'clock, I'm getting hungry. What can I do to earn this food? Okay. For me, it's record and upload a YouTube video. I'm only allowed to eat after I've done that. All right. So even if it gets to like 7 p.m. and I still haven't done it, my rule is I'm not allowed to eat until I've done that. And some people might be like, "Oh well, I'm hungry now, and I can't think of a YouTube video. I'll just eat it and then sort it later." You're breaking your own rule. You're breaking a promise to yourself, and that has a very negative effect on your self-image. So don't do that. When you set these rules, stick to them, because as you do it, as you become more productive, you also build that self-image of like, yeah, I stick to my word, which is also very powerful in itself. Get into the mindset of I need to earn this food. Like that actual hunger will drive you because you're like, I have to get this done. All right. I have to get this done because I'm starving. No music. You don't need extra stimulation when you're going somewhere for a walk or in the gym or working. Like just be comfortable working in silence. You'll be way more focused. You won't have to think, oh, I'm going to skip this song, what playlist to put on. Like it just doesn't help you at all. You should be comfortable working in silence because when you have to have the right music, the right environment in order to work, you're reliant upon those things. And let's say something happens, you need to do loads of work, but you're on a plane and there's a screaming baby, but you're like, oh well, I haven't done my breath work before my deep work session, so I can't do anything. Like you need to be able to work in any situation, and the music just doesn't help at all. It's like the extra dopamine that you just don't need. Oh, do you want caffeine? Got my black coffee. Caffeine's great. It's delicious. If you're on an empty stomach, you get extra points because you get absolutely freaking wired and you're just so focused. Okay, you're so energetic. Now I have 5 to 7 coffees a day, and like the rule about no food, if you really want to get shit done, don't eat until 4 p.m. and just fuel yourself on black coffee. You're probably going to lose a lot of fat because you're probably going to be eating less. You're going to be getting loads done. Um, and it just helps a lot. Cafe Bustelo is the coffee I use. It's beautiful. It's this delicious Cuban concoction. You don't need any milk or sugar or frappy shit because I'm assuming you're not an 8 year old girl. So just have straight up black coffee, hot, iced, whatever, and just use that as a tool. Don't be, yeah. For bladder, now this is an odd one. I will admit that. For a very short period of time, when your bladder's full and you're like, oh God, I really need a piss, you have a like 5 minutes or something before you genuinely piss yourself. And in that 5 minutes, you are operating at 110% done, 110% gets shit done. All right. So use that time and just be like, right, I'll go for a piss once I've done this. All right. It's not the most consistent. It's probably not the most optimal, but it fucking works. All right. Get angry with yourself. Now, this is not the same as negative self talk. This is like fueling the fire inside you. It's like, fuck, I'm responsible. I'm accountable. I need to get my shit together. Like the negative self talk is like, oh, I'm a failure. I've not achieved X. Um, like this is who I am. All that shit. Getting angry with yourself and using that as fuel is, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not in the shape I want to be. I'm not earning nearly as much as I want to. I'm going to get myself in fucking order now. Use that fuel to make that change and do the work. Some people say to me, I don't really have the motivation for the gym or the early mornings or like producing content that much. Fucking look at your life, and that should give you enough motivation. Okay. Have a cold room, turn the AC on full blast, sit there shivering and work. And again, it comes back to the reward. You're allowed to put a hoodie on when you've done a certain task. All right. You sit there, similar to caffeine, like you're shaking. You've got that energy in you. Like when you are shivering, that's your body saying, we need to move to warm up. Okay. Move, do that work, shadow box, like press ups, whatever it is that you need to do. Just be in a cold room, be in a cold environment. 50 press ups every 30 minutes. This just helps regain focus. It stops you getting distracted because if you're scrolling and then your alarm goes off saying, boom, 50 press ups, you're like, oh, fuck, I've just wasted 25 minutes. So you're constantly on that reminder of time management. Yeah. Gets your blood pumping. If you do it 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., you've done 650 throughout the day. It's just a great way to bring you back to that present moment instead of just being balls deep in some useless YouTube tutorial. So yeah, that works as well. Again, this is similar to like going for a piss. Not allowed to get off your chair until you've done a certain amount of tasks. I used to do this a lot, still do this a little bit. No water, no drink, no checking your phone, no getting a coffee. Like there's no distractions when you're like, right, I'm not allowed to leave this chair. And the only thing in front of me is my task. All right. And a lot of people, this is the same for all of these. A lot of people won't actually do these. You'll think of an excuse because you lack discipline. Okay. And that's fine. If you're happy breaking promises to yourself, if you're happy not operating at 100%, then that's fine. But for those of you who actually want to be about it and you actually want to live the life you want to live, you will follow these and you will start to become vastly more productive than ever. Okay. It's just not getting up. And it's just a case of doing the work. Like it's not actually difficult. You're not climbing a mountain. You're not running a marathon. You're just sitting on a laptop doing a bit of work. It's really not difficult. Finally, nicotine. There's some, first of all, disclaimer 18 plus, no smoking cigarettes. Yes, it is addictive and you need to be careful. I'm not saying, yeah, everyone go chain smoke a pack of Newports like it's the last one left. But if you have a Zin or a Snus, they really get you dialed in, okay? But don't have more than 3 a day. If you feel yourself craving it, just come off it. Like nicotine is one of those things, you just come off it. And whenever you crave it, you just like, I don't need it. So that's an odd one. But yeah, it also works. If you just want to get dialed in, you say you've got 2 hours of work to do and you're just like, right, I need to fucking dial in right now. Then just have one of them, do the work, come out the other side. And that's about it, guys. I hope some of these are giving you ideas. And yeah, again, hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're staying productive. And I'll see you tomorrow.